Usually I say to everyone that since I'm very young, I want to be the Einstein. And I always say that I think in this moment I have similar hair than him, except the white, but it's because he's curly. But I'm not in his position because I'm not so smart than him. But what I mean is, since I was very very young, I want to be scientist. Nowadays, I know that research is different than scientist, but I try to merge these two things because I really like science. I really like to be in lab, and I think this was my decision. And the entire my background is in lab because I really like this. I'm environmental engineer. Okay, uh, I'm in the civil department by luck because I was trying to do a PhD, and in my field it was not possible because I had very high grades, but my boss doesn't like so much that women are engineers. And it was very a struggle to be the position I was. But then I submitted this application for a PhD scholarships for civil engineers, but they accept environmental engineers, and I win one of these scholarships. And I choose one topic that I think that I will not start by the beginning because civil engineers and me was like if they speak Chinese because I didn't understand nothing about this topic. It was completely out of my field. And then I arrived to Guimarães to this department. I start working here, and I really like this area, these topics, and I continue as a postdoc. I felt that I think now in one situation that I'm passing. In this moment, I'm preparing a proposal, and I was listen some discussions online, not here, but I was listen, and they said, "Oh, it's good for women to submit proposals for here because now Europe is founding women." And I was thinking, this is good and bad because I want them to accept my proposal because my proposal is very good, not because I'm a man or a woman. Okay. When you want to be similar and you have balance in terms of gender, you need to be equal. Doesn't matter if you are woman, man, blue, yellow, doesn't matter, nothing that. In more in science because they don't know me. They will know my name because I will write my name and my proposal. And I don't want that my name, just because he's a female, to have acceptance if my proposal is bad. Okay. And for me, this upset me because since I start working in research, mainly in beginning, I was very trying to show to everyone that women and men are equal. We can do the same things. Okay, sometimes we are not so strong, okay, but we can do it, okay? This doesn't matter. And now I think it's the opposite. Okay, now that we want to put women's similar to men's, in this case we will give more opportunities to them. It's the opposite. We are going to the opposite. We are showing men's that we are trying to be higher level than them. It's not supposed that. We want to be similar. Doesn't matter. And I felt very bad because I was very motivated to submit my proposal because I believe in my idea. And then when I listened that, I was okay, maybe I will not submit it because I don't want to win because I'm a woman. This is put me in a lower level. Doesn't mean that my value is because I'm a woman. I know that we men and women think in a different way. We are more usually I think men are more um, racial. We are more sentiments, but this is the good thing because it's a balance. Okay, but we need to be similar in everything. For me, it's unacceptable that in some case women win less than men's. But of course, for me, it's also unacceptable that women win because they have opportunities because they are women. Doesn't make any sense for me. Because of man attitude, man. No, that I never passed that. I'm a lucky girl. I never passed that especially here, I was very well uh, treated. I never passed that situation where you felt that, okay, you cannot, you are different. And I changed a lot my, I start using more casual clothes because I didn't like that comment that comes from men. For me, it's I'm a I'm not so shy nowadays, but in my private life, I'm more shy than what I show when I'm in my work because we use a mask. I'm professional. I can do my meetings and be like confidence. Because now I think I achieve a point that everyone sees me like equal. Okay, uh, but when, for example, when I arrive here, the only thing that I think that makes difference and you need to compete and show that you are not different was in beginning my PhD was nine, 90% in lab. Okay, I was studied concrete, a new type of concrete, a new material, and I need to go in lab. And the majority of technicians are guys, men, and they are always saying to me, maybe you need help because you are a woman. You cannot do it. You are too weak, not so strong for pick the materials to do the things. And I was, and because I'm an environmental engineer, they think that I just know about plants and animals, and not engineering. And they were saying, maybe you don't know about this, how to do it, and so on. And because of the way that I dress, because I was in the group, a world of women, and where you can use dress, you can use heels, it doesn't matter. When I was in the lab, no, I don't use of that kind of clothes, but in my normal life, I was using, and they know me, and they say, no, maybe she cannot do this because she's not a man. And what I did, I don't know the word in English, but do you know the clothes that mechanical guys use, that the jumpsuit, blue one? I bought one just to be similar than them and to show them that I'm capable of doing the same things than men. It was the only moment here in the civil department. It was the only moment that I felt that difference, but not from my boss, not from my supervisor. That I never felt, but more in this lab work. But after they understood that I can do everything as them, it was very nice. And just that moment I felt. But sometimes what I felt is in some meetings and some proposals discussing, sometimes I felt the difference between a man's and women's, but it's not very strong. I think nowadays this is very different because I'm in research for 10 years now. I'm starting my 11 year. In the beginning, when I start, I felt a lot of difference. Okay, nowadays I don't feel it so much. If you are just thinking in the sense of losing your job, okay, because mm, all I don't have yet children's, but all the my friends that works in the research and they have children, they never pass this kind of things of losing the scholarship or the contract because of having a baby. But if you are in a company, sometimes this happen. I know that this happen, and this is bad. But I have sometimes this discussion. What I feel is sometimes women lose or jobs or opportunities because they are women and have this possibility of having in the future a family, even if you don't want to have, because there is normal families that don't want children and they will never have children. They never will need to stop the job to work for taking care of a small baby for a small period. But as you are a woman, they think that you want to have a children. Using as our advantage, that knowing that in some mentalities that we are weak, And sometimes we also pass this and we use this to our benefit, but this makes like a title to us, okay? Because when you use your weakness, can be good but can be also bad. And sometimes we are not weak, but we know that we can use men's in our benefit if we show this, okay, that we are more fragile, that we are more sensitive, and we can use what we are doing is being very smart. But this can be very bad, and also we cannot accept this kind of situations. And I think we need to start changing ourselves, okay? And we need to respect the, for me this is most important, respect the women that in the past, that women that starts this fight, showing, because they start. And it's the same thing then when we forget what happened in the past, okay? Because the past if we are now in Portugal, because I'm Portuguese, no, we can vote, we can work, we can have a family and a job, is because there was a lot of women before me that fight about that. And for me, I'm very proud about this because of this.
Mm. Okay, so yeah, thank you so much.